Next up for you is more Battlestar Galactica. What can you tell us about the 2-hour movie that's getting ready to start shooting?
We start shooting a direct-to-DVD episode of Battlestar in September 8th, I think it is, and it takes place, I think it's during the Lay Your Burdens Down time. Mind you, it flashes forward and flashes back. But I realized that this 5 years we've been shooting this, basically we've got this seed farm that you can go back and pull out the dailies from different episodes and actually take these stories from different people's points of view. Lay Your Burdens Down was directed by Michael Reimer, and Reimer shoots a lot of footage. He does a lot of coverage. Reimer, we call it being Reimered when Reimer comes back to set, and he works the crew big time. So when Reimer's coming up, you go, oh man, catch your sleep, Reimer's coming back. Because he shoots, and I think his episodes are amazing, so I thank God that he does. As opposed to someone like Felix Alcala, who did, I think, some of the best episodes called Exodus, I think he did. But Felix is a shooter. He shoots what he needs and you move on. So the crew kind of goes, whoa, Felix is here, they're going to be wrapped and they're going to see their families tonight. But, you know, that said, Exodus, I think, if you remember, it's two of the most amazing episodes of Battlestar Galactica, so different people have different styles. So you couldn't go back and pull out from the vault footage from Felix's scenes, episodes. So the DVD, I can't really say whose story it is. I don't think the network would want me to do that, but it goes back and takes different people's point of view. And the script is, once again, every time you get a new Battlestar script, we've been doing it for 5 years, but you go, whoa, man, because the producers and writers have got so much nerve, and they pull it off. But that's basically what the story's about, and that's what I'm doing.
Hopefully my question is kind of fun and simple. If you had a time machine and you could go back in time, when would you go and why?
I'd go back to the time of Christ and say, really? Really?
Back to last night, about 2 o'clock in the morning at that party you guys threw. That's where I would go back
to. Colin, what are you going to be doing on the Stargate Atlantis soon?
Yeah, it will not be that. But I've been fortunate this current season. One of the directors, producers of the show, Andy Makita, has saw fit to kind of bring me back, because actually I was a SO in the first season of Stargate Atlantis in the Storm episodes, but I died. A few years later they seemed to forget that, and all of a sudden I resurfaced again as the same guy, the same uniform, doing the same thing.
His twin brother.
His twin brother, exactly. But I'm one of Major Lauren's team. My character's name is Marine Rivers, and we've been just having a lot of fun running around in their world and their galaxy, trying to save the day. So,
cool. Over here.
This is for the whole panel. What are your plans post Battlestar Galactica, and does anyone know what Edward's plans are as well?
Yeah, as Aaron just said, I don't think Eddie knows his plans. Eddie has always got 2 cell phones going at the same time, and he's texting with a third one. And Eddie, well, while we're shooting a scene, actually, were you telling the story about him on his cell phone and putting it down?
When he's got the thing in his ear.
Yeah, and then also when he puts up his phone, he puts it down and...
Yeah, he'll be in the middle of the phone, he'll be in the middle of a conversation going, yeah, I know, okay. And we just learned now that, okay, sound speeding, A marker, B marker, I know, yeah. Okay, hang on a second. Chief, come over here. Cut. Okay, anyway, so I was saying. I'm not kidding. I'm not
kidding. See, I think a perfect opportunity for
I'm going to do a television movie about Merlin.
actually in Vancouver again, which I'm really excited about. It's one of the most beautiful places to be ever, with the most wonderful people. So funny enough, I finished Battlestar and relocated back to London, and then got a job back in Vancouver. If I'd actually waited 2 weeks, I could have saved myself some money.
Are you playing Merlin?
I am playing Merlin.
I don't know if any of you realize that there's another Richard Hatch out there, but this has caused me deep pain. No, I'm not kidding. I actually, somebody was asking me to be a host of this reality show with this very famous kind of detective that goes after existing high-profile cases. And he's got all this latest technology, you know, voice reading stuff. He's a profiler. He can do all this cool stuff. Anyway, we met the first night I got here and had a great conversation. And the next day, my friend Ed, who's producing the show, comes up to me and says, well, you know, my world-class famous detective came to me and said, why didn't you tell me? And he goes, what do you mean? He goes, I thought Richard was in prison. And I'm thinking, he's this top-flight, world-class detective who knows everything and obviously did a little research on me and came up with the conclusion that I was Richard Hatch, the Survivor guy. And so anyway, I'm doing this. I got asked to do this reality show, and you know, there's got to be a real reason for doing it. And you know, part of it is really kind of chronicling the journey of an actor, a real actor in this business, the ups and downs, the behind the scenes, the real struggle. Most people look at, you know, famous people, think they've always been that way, and in truth, you know, the journey of an artist is really an acid test of one's soul, and I wanted to really kind of get into that. But other than that, I wanted to really delineate the difference between that Richard Hatch and this Richard Hatch. So it's called Who the Frack is the Real Richard Hatch? He's a direct movie called Ghost Frequencies that we're putting together right now, formed a production company, and we're also developing an online sci-fi fantasy network that will actually serve the sci-fi fantasy community. No, and we'll talk later.